Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Henry Beasley, and I've been a transit worker for almost 10 years now. In that 10 years, there have only been maybe 5 attacks that received media coverage. Since 2010, there has been a combined 225 that we know of that gets reported, which includes spitting, physical assaults, menacing, or thrown objects. We have no data on how many of these attacks on us have been pled down to simple misdemeanor. So we can say it's a felony, but these generally get pled down. So we don't have any data on that. It is not unusual to come across those who have attacked us on the routes that we are assigned. So they may attack us one year, and then we may see them the next year, which creates anxiety or diminished capacity and creates a safety hazard for us and the general public. Back in 2005, I looked at the statute posted on our buses, which we operate, and looked it up. ORS 163.165, which defines an assault as a felony, but when I looked it up closely, the felony is when the bus is moving. So it is not a felony when we are just sitting there. In case of the bus operator, almost all of it is when the buses aren't moving. So a vast majority, if not all of them, just like my brother said, he was just sitting in the seat, just serving customers and doing his job, and he got assaulted. So most of those elevators aren't actually possible. So I looked up ORS 663.165 in the Nettlebelly. It was pled down to a misdemeanor ORS 166.116, which is only interfering with public transportation. Right now, there is no real protection for transit workers when an assailant can just hop on the next vehicle. One thing that we need to emphasize in this meeting is that assaults are not about fares. That's just an excuse for districts love to use to blame the operator. So if I'm doing my job, it is an unprovoked attack. So if I inform somebody what it takes to ride the bus, that does not invite them to put their hands on me, spit on me, create a menacing atmosphere. That is not part of this equation. It's not about fares. You've received information on the number of assaults I sent to Ms. Free via email last night. So you'll have the numbers. So you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Last year we had 55, which is the highest it's ever been. So I hope you guys listen to some of the audio. And then when you make your determination on whether to move this bill forward, you'll hear the anxiety, the stress, and the diminished capacity of these operators. In our district, they have reduced reasonable security, claiming budget restraints while increasing their salaries. Currently, if a transit worker gets attacked, they are only given 2 choices: suck it up and continue to drive, or go home and receive time loss, which is a disciplinary action. The transit worker gets penalized twice for an assault. I asked the committee to adopt the original language introduced by Brother Frederick Casey and Mike McCurry, which has teeth, so look out for the transit workers in Oregon. If that is not in consideration, we suggest the committee listen to the audio of these events, hear the anguish, the stress, the diminished capacity of the transit worker. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our concerns of the transit worker. Hopefully your vote to move this legislation forward and work to provide adequate protection under the law to deter attacks on transit workers. And with that, I'll take any questions.